Hey, everybody. Hope you are doing well. Let's take a look at this clip, and it's about the tech layoffs that are everywhere. And the sad thing, it seems it's not over, folks. The tech layoffs seem to keep coming. Check this out.
So it's been about 2 weeks since I've been laid off from my tech company, since I was laid off from Amazon. And it's not going so great. That might be a little melodramatic. It's going fine. It's not terrible. It's too early to tell, really. It's only been 2 weeks. But I'm getting an inkling that I'm probably going to be laid off for quite a while. I was just on LinkedIn the other day, and literally my entire feed is people who've been laid off. It's only been layoff posts. And it's been people who I know personally, who I know to be very intelligent, brilliant, smart, creative, and they're being laid off in droves. I think as like in the last couple of weeks, Amazon has laid off, Google has laid off, Wayfair has laid off. A lot of like in general tech startups, media and entertainment companies, e-commerce companies have been laying off a lot. And that's been kind of a concern for me. And the scariest part about all of this is that when I talk to my friends and my peers, I'm noticing it's taking them a very, very long time to find their next job. Like, I mean, 6 months to a year. My severance package is not 6 months to a year long. And that's kind of terrifying. I do have savings, I do have a runway, but I don't know how long that's going to carry me. And if I'm sort of out of the job market for a year, I'm going to have to really think about how to navigate and position my life in a way where it works for me as someone who is unemployed.
Oh, no,
I've noticed that as I, briefly browse through job boards and job postings, that the jobs that are there tend to be asking for a lot more experience than they usually do. And they also are paying less, probably about 10 to 15% less. That is terrifying. I want to say it's terrifying. I'm going to take what I can get. This is not the economy to be choosy or picky, but it just goes to show that things don't last forever. Everybody wanted to join tech a couple years ago, and a lot of people did, and it really changed a lot of people's lives. I know for me personally, I come from a very humble background. I do not come from money. I do not come from power or influence, and working in tech really gave me a lot of those things. And so, yeah, I am just wondering how things are going to pan out over the next couple of weeks. I'm being very diligent and vigilant about networking and connecting with people, reaching out to recruiters, applying to jobs every single day. But that can only take you so far.
And that's what I want to go ahead and talk about. What she said can only take you so far, because guess what? That's the deal. That seems to be the deal. So I've had friends in tech. I've had friends in have friends in tech. I've been in it for years. Oh wow. 5, 10 years. One person lucked out and did get a job. So where you're making, let's say that person's making 140. The new job is like, oh yeah, congratulations, you got a job. Wow, you are one of the lucky ones. Oh great. So we're like, congratulations, yay. And he's like, yeah, okay, what's the deal? Well, the same job you did before for 140, she's correct when she said 10 to 50% less. That same job for 140, guess what? It's paying 70. And you can take it or leave it, because they already know that, guess what? If you want, somebody else will. Why? Because of the layoffs. They have an advantage. So 10%, you're lucky. No, some of the jobs are paying 50% less. And a couple of weeks, oh my goodness, a couple of weeks in this economy, oh wow, people, based on what I'm seeing, personally with people I know, based on reports, even just, it's all the same. Some people have been off for 2 years, educated, degrees in tech, experience, No jobs. Not just that, understand they're not even getting a job offer. No job offers. It's that bad. Again, this right here is very frightening because, as I said before, we're looking at what I perceive to be a silent purge. When people are losing their ability to survive, make an income, make a living, what do we expect to happen? And there is no safety net. The safety net available to you is the one that you have. So, whatever you have, if you have savings, most don't. A report is now saying that half of Americans, 50% of Americans, do not have $1,000 in their account as a backup. $1,000. That cannot even cover rent for the majority of people. So, more layoffs, paycheck to paycheck, more layoffs, no new job creations. It's like we're being silently purged from our lives. People are losing jobs and then cannot replace that income. So the savings, the 401k, once that's gone, then what? There is no safety net from the politicians, the government. No, we are on our own. You have to save you and your tax dollars that maybe you're thinking, oh, the tax dollars are on a bank in case something goes wrong. It's going to be a program to help. The tax dollars are not going to the Americans. From what I can see, they're going to everybody else. Illegal immigrants, we got wars to pay for, and then heaven forbid that gets resolved. No, still pull out your checkbook. Why? Because you gotta kind of pay for what you tore up and destroyed. The other thing is, with all the massive layoffs, how can you not see that this is going to lead to major homelessness? We have to be realistic. Your middle class is already stacking up, having a hard time. What's left of it, I think it's pretty much been destroyed. The wheels on the bus do not go round and round all day long. The wheels on the bus have stopped. The bus is not moving. So when the job stops, so does life. Your ability to pay for bills, your ability to survive. It's sure madness. Now put that with people who have went and bought a home in the last 2.5 to 3 years, good paying jobs. Now that's gone. Uh-oh, the insurance has jumped up on the cars and home, taxes, slowly being bankrupt. Again, so I said civilized silent purge. But the tech jobs, layoffs, not I haven't heard about any hiring. One man said, "Oh, they're hiring where, sir? Where? Maybe a few spots here and there." But she's right when she said 10 to 50% less because they know there's so many laid off. Guess what? They don't have to pay the rate that they were paying prior. And some companies do that. They'll lay you off and then, oh, we're going to rehire. Why? Less pay. So my heart goes out to people who have lost their jobs. I am definitely in fear of a major reset here. I'm in fear of a major reset, and it's not going to be pretty. And when people lose their hope, people lose the ability to make a living and survive. The hardworking, decent people, they lose that ability, and there's no safety net. People start to lose it. I guarantee you. A lot of people thought, oh, this is not going to happen, and it has happened. Oh, I'm going to be fine. I would advise anyone, as I told a friend of mine, forget what your, how can I say this? Let's say you're in tech. At this point, it's just best to look for a job. If one comes along in your field, that's great. But if not, oh, well, I'm into marketing. At this point, it's just hashtag find a job. Doesn't have to be in your field. If you can, I would say do both. If you're job searching, the operative word is job. Look for a job. If it's not in your field, that's okay. Because people get stuck in it. Oh, that's not my field. If the paycheck isn't there, who cares? You need to go ahead and just be on operation, find a job. But a lot of people, a lot of professionals are facing this and it's terrifying. So a couple of weeks, oh no, on a tech job, I would say just look for a job. Because if you're just waiting on your specialty in your field, you may not find one. And management and I would not hold my breath, people. Please don't do it. If you find one, great. But just try and get, I say just try and get a job because you're waiting on, oh, that's not my expertise. You need to try and replenish your income and try to bring in some money. So if you do have savings, try and hold off if you can going into it. But if you can find any kind of decent job, it's very hard. Don't stick to that's not my field. Oh no, I have a back. You need to try and just concentrate on finding you a job. And if one comes along in the field that you had and that you love, great. But if not, the idea is just to, I would say, try to bring in some kind of income. That way you're going into your savings, your severance package, less and less your 401k. Because I'm here to tell you. A lot of people waited, oh, I got to have a tech job in my field. And they have gone through the severance package and they have gone through their savings. And guess what happens? The already working jobs paying a lot less. Only a high school diploma is required. Just giving it to you real. They are working those kind of jobs. You can have a GED or a high school diploma. So my thing is don't wait. Oh no, I can't do that. They've gone through that money, and I'm telling you, they are living check to check, working two jobs. So what happens when one of those jobs ends? Guess what's going to happen? Foreclosures, 3 or 4 months, it's on. That movie 99 Homes, it's real. So please, maybe just be on operation, find a job. Oh, well, it has to be in my field, don't do it. Because you may find yourself waiting and waiting, and you are just depleting your resources. And once they're depleted, guess what? The bills are going to keep on going on. The mortgage, the rent, it still has to be paid. So this is very frightening across the board. You know, it is very frightening. Anyway, I wish you all well, but yes, think outside the box. Don't be just stuck on, I have to find a job in tech because those jobs are really not there. A lot of people may have worked in tech before. Guess what? Sad to say, this may be their very last time working in tech. With AI, are you kidding me? And by the time, well, maybe turnaround can be what, 2 or 3 years. Who has that kind of money to last that long? So yes, the jobs are paying a lot less. If you worked in tech, I would say just concentrate on trying to find a job. If you're waiting just to get a job, specifically tech or marketing, whatever your background is, you may be waiting a long time. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching. Feel free to comment, like, subscribe, and share.